AFRIMA, right from the inception, I have been a part of it.
We're representing our country to the highest level.
First things first, Africa has to understand the value that she possesses as a continent.
The best thing to do is more collaboration.
AFRIMA is an institution for me that we love it, so we're going to bring the whole of Africa and the world to Lagos in November.
And this is just things you can't take away from us. So I expect Africa to show up.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. We are back with another fresh brand new episode for you guys to enjoy. This week on My Africa, we are at Africa Union to attend the opening ceremony of a very, very big music award. Not only music award, but it has different sectors or different criteria that will award. AFRIMA, or All Africa Music Award 2025, is happening. In this ceremony, we'll be having a panel discussion, we'll be having some interviews, local artists, also international artists. At the same time, there's going to be a reveal on the host country. You guys should be excited because who knows, it might be Ethiopia, you know? So stay with us and I will show you guys what the ceremony, the opening ceremony of All Africa Music Award 2025 looks like here from Africa Union. Stay with us and I'll take you inside and I hope you guys are gonna enjoy.
My name is Scott Nazi. I'm Ethiopian rapper representing Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Yeah.
So yeah, today we are at this launching of this huge ceremony, AFRIMA, and you were part of the panelists. But before we go on about the panel discussion, tell us, what are you feeling as a musician being part of this?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's what we live for. Like, what we live for is representing our country to the highest level. And not say this is one of the highest level I represent my country on, because there was a lot of artists from all around Africa, big ones, stars, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen them. So, like, I've seen these artists growing up, like I've Eddie Kenzo, Starboy, Nikita, it was amazing. So me being part, like, one of them, and representing my country, what can I say? It was amazing.
I know,
yes.
I know. And I feel like that's like, it gives you this responsibility to even promote your country more, right?
Yes.
So now there's going to be submission time. But before that, tell us about the things that you have discussed during the panel discussion.
I mean, we discussed about, me personally, I was talking about how Ethiopian artists don't have ears and they are not being heard when it comes to the Africans. So that's, as much as it's our problem, the record labels and the big companies should put eye on us, because we have beauty, we have talent, we have vibe, we have, you know what I'm saying, we have
the
culture,
market is here.
history, we have 130 million people waiting, you know what I'm saying, to join the African big league, you know what I'm saying? So every time Ethiopian, like, trying to present Ethiopia to the highest level, Ethiopians have a little problem. But, like, once you made it, nobody got problems. Everybody's like, he's one of us. So I hope one day I'll represent my country to the highest, more than this.
I know. And I'll be thinking, like, when you do music, you also should be thinking about the video clip, because that's also one way of promoting your country. So is there any new thing or new projects that you're thinking?
Yeah, I have a whole lot of projects.
Really? Tell us a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm coming up with a whole lot of things. Okay. I mean, I don't want to say much, because last time I said much, it didn't work for me. So
it didn't work out good?
Let me just this time and now, like, we gonna come up. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to the game and execute my thing. I've took my time, you know, I know, but I want quality, good quality. I'm coming with quality, so that's it.
And that is important. Yeah. So as a musician and as a person that is part of this industry, what do you think is the impact of such kind of awards?
It's gonna put us on the map.
I know, right?
It's gonna, like, today, a lot of people in the big game know my name. Imagine, like, this record level companies, this big artists, and they've been calling me by my name, and that's a big thing. And I appreciate it. I'm thankful to God, and, you know, I appreciate what I have to get what more. So, like, thank God. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
You.
You have anything else to say? Please.
No, Arts TV.
Anybody will fight you.
I'm Leo Fackrell from the UK. I represent Mamba Sounds as the founder and the managing director.
Okay, so tell us about your company, about your work.
Yeah, Mamba Sounds is a media, tech and music company. Since 2022 we've been incepted, and we've contributed over around and over 10 million streams to African independent artists as a collective. However, we've been working beyond this since 2019, and we have contributed over 2 billion streams to the African ecosystem via Spotify and digital streaming platforms.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's okay, we want to make it more. We want to make it more.
I see the vision. So what do you think such kind of events will help in promoting local artists here in Africa?
I think the best thing to do is more collaboration beyond artists as well. Get local businesses involved. I'm an advocate for what we do in Scotland. We have events where we invite different businesses and artists to come together, and it's costly to do these things. It's costly. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of time and effort and personnel to do all these things. So the more collaboration we have, the better. That is a fact.
Exactly. And what are the major challenges that you have seen? That maybe you'd be like, oh my goodness, maybe if the government was like part of this, or some private sectors, it would have been much easier.
Oh, for sure. It's funding. Funding is difficult.
Okay.
However, we're in a fortunate position that we're backed by Innovate UK. We've been backed by the UK government, the Scottish government as well. Beyond this, the government can help with funding, but it has to be constructive. It has to be sustainable. It can't be throwing money at fire. It has to be constructive and sustainable. So we have to look at different programs and methods in which we can provide artists with funding, but also produce quality music at the same time. We're massive advocates of quality music, because right now we see a lot of music coming out, but is it quality? Is it up to a threshold? And so at Mamba Sounds, we make sure that success hits all the right notes and that quality is always going to be met.
All right, thank you. Lastly, you told me that it's your first time in Ethiopia, first time in Africa. How was the experience?
Yes, it's amazing, fantastic.
You can be frank.
I love it. No, I do love it.
Okay.
I love the people here. I had an idea. I was maybe a little bit timid at first, but I'm happy. My first country is Ethiopia. A lot of my friends said, a lot of my friends from Niger, a lot of my friends from Ghana said, Ethiopia is a good first stop. So a first entry point. So I'm happy to just get my feet in the water.
Yay.
Hopefully I can go around all over Africa as well.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Do you have anything else to say? I'll give you the chance.
Yeah, check out Mamba Sounds. Check out our Instagram, our Spotify, any digital streaming platforms. Submit your music if you're an artist as well to get it reviewed. And we also have educational resources free as well for some artists. We're right now in pilot mode, but we'll make it available very soon for everybody.
All right, good news for all the artists out there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Cheers.
All right. Guys, I'm back again. I hope you're enjoying this week My Africa show as we are attending the opening ceremony of AFRIMA, such a big, huge award ceremony that's going to be happening in Africa. We still haven't known who's going to host AFRIMA 2025. But guys, when we talk about AFRIMA, it's not only about music award, it's also about helping artists have the right guidance in terms of ownership legally, and then at the same time financially, having that financial ability to produce the creativity that they have inside their mind so that it could come to the reality. And then at the same time, it's also having the proper mentorship, because you might have the money, the legal law that will help you to become on to what you have, but at the same time you might not have a good mentorship. So mentorship is really important. So I want you guys, when you know or when you hear about AFRIMA, it's not only about music award, it's about helping artists, helping different people in the art industry, the creative industry, to come up front and own their work. Okay, and besides the music award, they also have and they also contribute their social responsibilities, which means like helping different villages, different countries in terms of education, in terms of social needs, in terms of different infrastructure that AFRIMA can do, because it's from the people to the people. Okay, so it's not only about a music award, and at the same time, it's not only about Afrobeat, it's not only dancehall, it has a lot of categories. If you're good at choreography, you can still be part of this award. If you're good at DJing, then this is also for you. And I know there is a lot of things that I can say about AFRIMA, as I am here at the opening ceremony of AFRIMA 2025. I will leave for those people that are in it to say more about it. But if you guys want to check about this award, make sure to go on their website, www.afrima.org. Okay, guys, make sure to scroll through, read every details, screenshot some information because you never know. You might be the next winner from Ethiopia or maybe all across the continent. Our staying hasn't ended yet. Let's go back and I'll see you later on. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Please.
thank you, thank you. I'm grateful to be here one more time.
Okay, this is the second time?
Like the third, I think.
Okay.
First time in 2017, so that's a while ago.
Okay,
I think the second time was a transit, probably. Look at me.
So should we make it an Amharic?
No, I wish I could speak Amharic.
All right.
I wish. I go by the name Stone Boy, Stonebwoy, from Ghana, representing for Afro dancehall reggae music. That's what I do. So Afro beats, reggae, and dancehall all combined together. Basically music of black origin, you know. So that's who I am and what I represent, known as the Beep Nation president from Ghana.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm feeling the vibes
Absolutely.
already. So we met at this opening of AFRIMA, a very big ceremony. So what do you think is the impact of such kind of awards when it comes to the creative industry?
AFRIMA is not really just an award scheme. It's not really here to celebrate creatives, specifically musicians, no. AFRIMA, right from the inception, I've been a part of it. So right from, you know, right from an earlier period in my career, I have actually identified with the policies and the key objectives of AFRIMA, and I've eventually grown with it to this point. It seeks to reward Africans, you know, within the creative space, not only musicians particularly. So it covers every aspect of creative arts and culture. And actually, right here as we are, this is the African Union headquarters in Ethiopia, and you can tell that it is one of the schemes or one of the institutions. AFRIMA is an institution for me that connects with the African core.
Yes.
In providing what we need, which is in terms of bridging the gaps between, you know, why we're not developing within the creative space, and that eventually coming back together for the development of Africa. So it's an honor to always be invited to be a part of the occasion, and the unveiling is on for the next AFRIMAs. And we just saw the next location is going to be in Lagos again. So Lagos is going to be hosting it for the 7th time. We love it. So we're going to bring the whole of Africa and the world to Lagos in November. I think from the 20th to 21st to 25th is when it's happening. So yeah, man, it was a nice one. Sat on the panel, shared a few ideas.
Exactly.
And we're willing to continue to contribute our quotas and see all the things that we spoke about come to manifestation as Africans, so we can have a proper, you know, living and life in all aspects.
Because music or art is not just about what you do every day. It's just, it's a lifestyle. It's a therapy, right? And tell us, what is music or art for you?
Art is actually one of the very foremost things that would have ever existed, because, you know, if we all believe in creation, God actually created, you know, art, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, by words, sounds and power,
Movement.
by vision, by movement, by, you know, and music itself, it's a very powerful tool that we use to express. It's embedded in our spirituality.
True.
So I think humanity's and existence is actually based on creativity. You know what I'm saying? So music itself is just like a spiritual tool, like food for the soul, and I take it. So
Food for the soul.
I, as a creative, I'm blessed to be a carrier of such duties, because you cannot just choose yourself to be a carrier of such a spiritual tool. You know, you have to be blessed and gifted, you know. So growing up to find myself as one of the people who are ordained and have the obligation to carry out the duty of music, I'm grateful. And I think I've been able to express hard work with that to this point. I've not wasted it at all. And we're still building on it by, you know, coming this far AFRIMA actually championing and being a catalyst and giving us a platform that we can still use to grow is a blessing, you get me?
Okay, thank you so much because you just explained a lot of things at the
In
same time.
one. Oh
Yes,
my
that's brilliant.
How do you say thank you in Ghana?
yes.
In Twi, you say medasi.
Okay, give me a simpler one.
Medasi is
Medasi.
the most popularly spoken local dialect in Ghana. So that's, you tell everybody medasi.
Okay.
It's like masaginale.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So before I say midasi,
Yeah.
if you have any final word, let me give you the chance.
Thank you, Ghana. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, world. AFRIMA is here to stay. Thank you to AFRIMA for bringing Africa together and pushing every resource that you guys can in prospering the creative arts from Africa to the rest of the world. And we are grateful and thankful. Right here in Ethiopia, you know, African Union headquarters, I'm honored. Stone Boy from Ghana, representing Afro dancehall reggae music. I want to hear beep. You know, I'm in the
Okay,
building.
okay.
See? Yeah.
Okay, midasi, is that the word?
Masaginale.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Ade. Ade really, but Ade for short. I am the Chief Experience Officer of the All African Music Awards, AFRIMA.
Yes, so AFRIMA is going bigger and higher this year. And so tell us, what does the preparation looks like?
Wow, it's intense. I can say that for starters. But also, we're filled with a lot of excitement and a lot of enthusiasm. I think this is more because of the reaction we're getting from the industry. So the energy we're getting from the industry is really high. People are pumped. They're looking forward to what's going to happen this year. And so we are reciprocating that energy to say, listen, we've got a lot in store for you guys. A lot of things you've not seen on the AFRIMA platform before. So get ready to be blown out of your mind and get ready to be excited maximally.
That is so true. And I was like having some conversation with one of the panelists and at the same time like Ethiopian and other country artists. And what is it that you have to say? What are you expecting from Africa?
Well, first things first, Africa has to understand the value that she possesses as a continent. The strongest value of any continent is human resource, the people, right? So it's not so much about the mineral resources on the ground, because if there are no people, the mineral resources are just there, dormant. But the people are what make Africa. And we know that Africa is already blessed richly with talent. We know that without a doubt. Some of our talents, the music artists, are now being celebrated on global stages, and their music, our music, African music, is being now used on global stages. You see foreign artists trying to do African music now, just because they know that there's a deeper connection to African music that audiences are beginning to form.
Sure.
We are storytellers, and we tell stories through our music, tell of our heritage, our beauty, our culture, our fashion. We tell of what life we live, and how it impacts us. And this is just things you can't take away from us. So I expect Africa to show up.
True.
I expect Africa to be proud in its space that it occupies presently, because we are unstoppable and we're occupying a global space right now. Africa should show up. They should submit their entries. May 27 to August 8th, AFRIMA's entry submission process is open. Africa should pour in. We want to see artists pour in their works from every genre you can think about, from Afro-pop to electro, to reggae raga, to dancehall, to rock music. These are big genres that African artists are experimenting in, and they're doing it so well. So I want people to, DJs, submit your works, you're a contemporary dancer and you've done a choreography, submit your work. So we want to see them turn up and be proud in what they're doing as creatives.
That is so true. So I know a lot of people are waiting for you. I don't want to take much more time, but lastly, if you have anything else to say. And also, I think this is a very important question. How does the nomination happen? If you could say a little bit about it, I think that'll be really nice.
Okay, it's a very simple process. Like we said at the panel session in the meeting today, the nominations happen strictly online on our AFRIMA platform, www.afrima.org. The entry, when it opens, there's a platform you can submit through there. There's an entry form. Make sure, as well as an artist or a creative, you enter your details accurately. there's a need for you to submit a link to your works wherever you have it housed, and you enter that link. If you want to do multiple entries for various works, you can do that as well. And once this is done and you click submit, it goes to the back end. Now, at the back end, the simple work that they do is just to download every information and transmit that to a group of people we call the screening panel. The work of the screening panel is to look through every entry. We have an entry validity period. So there's a year between which entries are not qualified. So once the AFRIMA International Committee and the jury announce that this is the entry validity period, for instance, in 2022, it was between July 2021 and July 2022. So any work outside of that window does not qualify to be reviewed for the awards. So the artists need to be careful, creatives need to be careful to make sure that they do not submit a work that is going to be disqualified, so that they don't feel like they weren't given fair hearing. Right. And then another criteria that is important is they must submit works that are of good quality. Not video quality now, I'm not talking about, but even recording quality. Right. So the talent is not just enough. The quality of your recording might impact on the voice. True. Yeah. So they need to also try and make sure that the work quality is good enough. And then once this is received, the screening panel will look through all of that, and then they pass it on to the adjudication team. The adjudication team is the jury, and it's made up of 12 jury members from across the 5 regions of Africa, 2 representing a jury member, then 2 others from the diaspora, 1 representing Africans living in North America, another representing Africans living in Europe, and then we have 1 representing the African Union, and then another 1 representing the International Committee of AFRIMA. So those are 14 distinguished experts in the different sectors of music, business, media, but more importantly, music curators, people who understand music. They would sit in a panel session and review all of those works, assessing them based on merits that the International Committee has put together, and then they come up with a nominees list. So once this is announced publicly that this is a nominees list, the rest is now in the hands of the fans, the voting academy, and the general public.
Which could change the results
drastically. So, I mean, it could be, there could be an artist who is big on the continent or in their region. For instance, in East Africa, there could be a very big artist, or in Ethiopia, there could be a really big artist. But if he doesn't get his fans to throw their weight behind him and vote,
support him,
it could be a younger artist that would have that massive support from his fan base that might win that category, right? But it's not always the case. But we want to encourage everybody to drive traffic to the voting process.
All right. Thank you so much. That was such a brief explanation. I hope you guys all understood what is happening this year on AFRIMA. And again, as you have said, if you guys want to know more, you can go to www.afrima.org and you guys can see more.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a great time. So guys, on this week My Africa show, as always, we have got you such an amazing episode. As you guys know, All Africa Music Award, or AFRIMA, is now going bigger and higher. As we all know, music or art in general is not something that we do to express ourselves, to express our country, to show off what we have, to be valuable in the market, but it's also a way of healing ourselves. It's a way of expressing our continent, what we have, to the whole world. And AFRIMA, I'm telling you guys, you gotta sit down, relax, because this year AFRIMA 2025 is going to be big and better. And as we are concluding, those of you guys, artists in Ethiopia, all across the globe that wants to become part of this journey, I would love to say the submission opens this month, May 27th, and will close on August 8th. So time is going, guys. Make sure you get the best out of yourself and submit your work. And on November 25th till 13th, this huge award will happen in Lagos, Nigeria. As you guys have seen, the host of AFRIMA 2025 is going to be Lagos, Nigeria, and hopefully I will see you there. But if not, we will try our best to show you what AFRIMA 2025 is all about. Thank you so much for staying with us, and we'll see you guys next week on our My Africa show. We love you guys and see you next week. But till then, have a blessed weekend.